What's going on, guys? Hey, I want to come back to you. I wanted to bring you a video kind of discussing how the left, they hate MAGA. They hate us big time. As a matter of fact, now they're being told to cut us totally out of their lives. Again, if we're for Trump, oh my God. If we voted for Trump, oh my God. Again, you got to cut them out of your life because they didn't vote the way that you wanted them to vote. They didn't vote the way that you felt was best. You know, again, I understand that you might be a 20-year-old college student who believes they know everything about life, but maybe, just maybe, your 50-year-old MAGA dad understand things a little bit more than what you do. Just maybe that that the college professor of theater does not get things the way that your father, again, who has a small business and he doesn't get things the same way, doesn't understand things. But guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. And watch this.
What has happened to America? What has happened to democracy? What has happened to freedom? I'm done.
Does anybody know how to find or hire a hitman or woman? Because we don't want to be sexist.
I'm angry as fuck, bro. I'm angry. I'm hurt. My feelings are fucking hurt.
I am so frustrated!
He's ruining my life, her life, and the lives of every single immigrant in this country!
He's a fake-ass motherfucker who is not a real human being. He's a piece of shit.
I hope you are so fucking happy that the economy is supposedly going to be okay now because you voted for Donald Trump, the man who was going to take away all the rights of so many groups of people, not even just fucking trans people, so many groups of fucking people that are not straight cis white men.
And if these guys don't appear to be open-minded and mentally sane, they're not. Believe me, they're not. But I'm going to show you guys a clip of a woman who is declaring they shall knock you off if you're a white man. Watch.
I would go as far to say that I would purchase a Glock, and if you and I are walking on the same street and it's dark out and you're a white male, you have to be white for this to count, okay? If you're a white male, even if you don't approach me, I will shoot you. Yeah, I know. So, has to be on the street, you and I, has to be at nighttime. During the day, not so much, but at nighttime, okay? And you have to have very white skin, and be a male.
You know, guys, man, she cannot make that determination whether or not somebody's male or female. Again, you can't make that determination by looking at them. They may not identify as such. Again, they might be 7 foot tall with a foot long, dick or whatever. But again, if they don't identify as a man, they're not. Again, maybe they're some kind of a zebra, unicorn, wolf thing. They may not be even human. So we can't make that determination. So she cannot get out there and start shooting people. I mean, what is wrong with her? She might accidentally shoot a woman. And God knows we definitely don't want that. Because you're going to go to prison. I mean, you might shoot a man. And, again, the judge might, look the other way, whatever the jury might. But the fact of the matter is, man, if you shoot a woman, oh my God. And all jokes aside, this person is clearly mentally unstable. Clearly We got to see that. We got to understand that. Again, there's no way around that. And that person, again, years ago would have gone somewhere. They're threatening people. They're threatening a certain kind of person, a certain demographic. And, again, they would be seen as a threat, not somebody on TikTok. So we truly get to understand that. And again, the fact of the matter is, we have truly got to understand that, again, it's all about narcissism. Every single bit of it is. Again, you voted a certain way. You made me feel this way. Again, you triggered me, so you're at fault. I get to be the victim. And, again, we can focus on me and what I need from everyone to make me feel comfortable on the face of this earth. But I'm going to play for you guys another clip showing what I'm talking about with, again, if you don't do what I want you to do, then you're bad. And you've made me feel bad. Watch.
Just a reminder that going no contact with somebody or people, family members, friends, because they voted for Trump and against your rights and your freedoms, in my opinion, is one of the ultimate forms of self-care. That's about it. If someone wants you to have less rights and freedoms, then how the f*** is that? How is that person your family member or a friend? Why would you want to spend Thanksgiving with them? Why would you want to buy them gifts? If they don't give a f*** about your rights and freedoms, then how the f*** do they give a f*** about you? That's it.
Guys, we gotta be honest. There is no such thing as rights being taken away from anyone. Again, we're talking about abortion rights. Again, the only thing that happened with abortion is when Roe v. Wade was overturned, power went back to the states. That's all that happened. States that want to perform abortions, they perform abortions. Ones that don't want to, they don't. That's it. But nothing has been done as far as, banning abortion or whatever. That's not going to happen. And number two, you talking about gay rights? Again, there's no change. Donald Trump is not, going to abolish gay marriage or anything else. Everything is going to be the way it is. There's been no attack at all from him ever on anything. So again, that's going to change. The only thing I can fathom that you mean is trans rights. And number one, we got to understand, there is no such thing as trans. You can say it, you can say whatever you want, but there's not. Nobody was born in the wrong body. Everyone was born in the body they were born into. Now, is there a mental illness, spiritual illness, whatever? Of course. And that's really what it boils down to. Again, is God wrong? Were you just born in the wrong body? No, of course not. No, it's not that God was wrong. It's maybe that you're wrong. It's maybe that, again, you've been brainwashed into believing whatever agenda. And you're young and you're impressionable and you have, mental issues, whatever. And it's being played up big time. And, again, there is that. But there's no people that are born in the wrong bodies. And again, we understand what they're talking about. They want kids to be able to go through hormone blockers and hormone therapy and possibly even surgery and whatnot and be taken away, like in California, from their parents They don't want to affirm them. And again, what we're talking about when we talk about affirming, we're talking about parents that don't want to play make-believe. And that's really what's happening. If you don't want to play make-believe with your kid, guess what? They're going to try to take them away. And that right there is overstepping, taking rights away from people. But guys, I want to play for you guys a clip from MSNBC. Joy Reid. And Joy Reid is talking to a mental health expert. And that's kind of an oxymoron. But she's talking to a mental health expert, some psychiatrist or psychologist, and their conversation is interesting. Watch.
People challenge with the idea of how do you interact with people who you know voted for this, right? If you are an LGBTQ person and you know someone in your family voted essentially against your rights, or you're a woman knowing that, this man was calling people the B word, J.D. Vance was literally calling Kamala Harris the trash and said, we're going to take out the trash. I know a lot of black women were incredibly triggered by that. And if you then meet somebody and they voted for the people who called you trash, or if you're Puerto Rican, someone voted that way, do you recommend, just from a psychological standpoint, being around them? We got the holidays coming up.
So I love that you asked this question because, there is a push, I think just a societal norm that if somebody is your family, that they are entitled to your time. And I think the answer is absolutely not. So if you are going into a situation where you have family members, where you have close friends who have voted in ways that are against you, like what you said, against your livelihood, and it's completely fine to not be around those people and to tell them why, to say, I have a problem with the way that you voted because it went against my very livelihood and I'm not going to be around you this holiday. I need to take some space for me.
We got to understand, this is all fake. We know that Joy Reid, is a dumb bitch. But this psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever she is, again, she's not real. Now, I'm not saying she didn't have a real degree or whatever, but again, they're indoctrinated by the institutions and the money that's pumped into them. Again, it's not real. It truly is not real. Number one, if you're for people's mental health, if that's what you're advocating for, why would you tell anyone to tell somebody off because they voted a certain way for a certain candidate? I get all of us have the right, and we've all had it for many, many, many years to vote for whoever we want. And again, we don't have to open that up for discussion or confront anyone that voted differently. And that's what the issue is right there. And to go a little bit further, if you're triggered by something, that doesn't make you right. As a matter of fact, that makes you wrong. And in so many ways. Again, if you're angry because somebody else voted for a candidate you don't like, again, the candidate is not going after any of your rights at all. That's made up. But if they vote for somebody that you don't like, that's not your business. That is not your business. You have the right to vote for whoever you want to vote for. But again, she's saying, black women, they're triggered. They're triggered over J.D. Vance saying it's time to take out the garbage. That was not meant racial at all. Again, he's saying it's time to take out the administration, take them out and us to go in. They're bad for this country, and they are. Border wide open. Again, the trans rights stuff. Which again is not about rights. It's about taking rights away from parents. And, and again, making them the bad guys, making the parents that don't want to play make believe with their kids, the bad guys. They're the ones looking out for their kids. The government's not. And again, we truly got to understand, just because you're triggered does not make you right. It makes you wrong. And people, they're too afraid to stand up and say, wait a minute. I don't care if you're upset or not. You're wrong. Sorry. The people are too afraid with no effort to do that. People in today's world, they look at, well, someone sounds real angry about this. They're really upset. So they must be right. Right? No, they're wrong. If they're that emotional, that upset about J.D. Vance saying it's time to take out the garbage, and it triggers you because you're black or brown or whatever, it had nothing to do with that. And if it triggers you over it, then you were looking at it wrong. You were incorrectly looking at it. Because again, there's no mention of race there. None whatsoever. But they want you to believe that, again, it's about race, number one. And number two, the more angry you are about something, the more that you are right. And that's not the case. The more wrong you are. And again, like I said, if you're a mental health expert, and again, you're telling people to confront, get upset, disagree with, let them know you're mad about who they voted for because they voted for the person they voted for. Let them know you're mad. Again, what do you think that's going to do to your relationship with the person that you're confronting to tell them they're wrong because they voted for somebody you don't like? Again, I definitely don't like Kamala Harris. Again, you can look at my hat and you can tell MAGA. But I'm not going to confront somebody or walk up to them and say, you know what? You voted for somebody that's going to destroy the country. And I believe, again, she's a puppet, and she would have. Or she would have helped out in that loss. But the fact of the matter is, what gives me the right to confront somebody at some social get together or whatever, and say, you know what, as a white man, you want to destroy my life, and yet I don't want anything to do with you. In what way is it helping me? It's not. It's not. I have the right to choose who I vote for, and they have the right to choose who they vote for. And again, if you have any mental health expert that's telling you otherwise, they're not trying to help you, they're trying to hurt you. That's something we truly have got to understand in this country. But guys, man, if you would, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Thanks. You son of a